Hey folks, this is Galore. We're going to be looking at another garrison building, this time the War Mill. I believe it's the Dwarven Bunker on Alliance, but I'm Horde, so we're stuck with the War Mill, I'm afraid. So, the War Mill is kind of interesting, so I'll just go through what it does. At level 1, it doubles your chances of getting upgrades while questing. If you're not familiar with this, when you get a quest reward, there is a chance, I have no idea how small or large, for that item to be upgraded to the next rarity. So if you get a green, there's a chance for it to be upgraded to a blue. If you get a blue, there's a chance for it to be upgraded to a purple. So you can actually get epics from questing, which, as you can imagine, is really fun to see. So level 1 doubles that chance, meaning that it can make questing smoother, and it may be really useful for going into your normal dungeons, because if half of the blue gear that you get from your final quests in, say, Nagrand, if that suddenly becomes purple, then things are looking a lot nicer. So the other thing that it allows you to do at level 1 is collect armor scraps from the Iron Horde, and you can use those to purchase transmogrification gear. There's quite a few sets of this. There's an Orgrimmar set, there is a cloth, leather, mail and plate set, so there's one for everyone, and when you upgrade to level 2 you gain access to more of it. So essentially at level 2 you get access to all the transmog stuff, and that's probably what you should be looking at, because I don't think you'll be able to get so much from level 1, simply because you'll probably get it to level 2 before you really care about the transmogrification gear, so that's something to consider, maybe. Level 2 also allows work orders for follower upgrade items. So the follower system is interesting in that it follows how you yourself are going to progress. You level up to 100 and then you get your item level as high as possible. That's the game, let's be honest. Your followers are no different. You level them up to 100 and then you start upgrading their item level. As their item level increases, you gain access to missions which reward you with better loot. So you get dungeon missions which reward you with heroic dungeon gear. You get raiding missions which can reward you with raiding gear. But only if you have the required item level. So upgrading your item level for your followers is going to be pretty important to get the most out of your missions and followers. So the War Mill is going to be the best place to do that, because the only other place to get those upgrade items is randomly from missions. So if you don't have the War Mill, you're going to be relying on RNG really to get your followers up there. Level 3 is a little boring, but potentially quite useful. It provides you with one of your seals to re-roll per week. So 1 of 3 you won't have to lift a finger to get. But at the end of the day, if 3 are really easy to get, that's not really bringing much in the way of usefulness, let's be honest. I mean, either which way, it's going to cut you off some time, but it depends on how much time that is, whether it's worth a large spot, because this is a large spot. Bear that in mind. You've only got 2 per garrison, and I think, personally, while this is going to be good for progressing your follower item level, good for transmog if you like the sets, and potentially okay for raiding, I don't really think I'll be keeping it on my main after I've got those transmog items and after I've got my follower item level to a point where it can't really get any higher. It's really quite as simple as that. As soon as the building outlives its usefulness, I'm probably going to replace it, but I see it being useful for leveling, definitely, but then there's other ones in there which I might prefer. I mean, the upgrades are going to happen anyway. Double the upgrades is nice, and obviously, I'll be honest, it's the item level for followers which is selling it for me, because getting that up as quick as possible means you get to the dungeon gear from missions as quick as possible, you get to the raiding gear from missions as quick as possible, and that might be one of the best ways to gear up, especially if your raids aren't being so kind to you with RNG. So that's the War Mill. If you have any questions or queries about it specifically, please do ask in the comment section below. I like to get little theory crafting going down there. But as for now, let's have a look what these buildings look like. So as always, we will start with Hordes. We got the nice Horde War Mill here, which is nice and fantastic. We'll have a little look-see around the sides to begin with. Seems we're well stocked for anything we might need should push comes to shove and we need to destroy a few things, which is likely to happen, let's be honest. We got some nice supplies. Basically to make war, even though it doesn't really seem to have that much to do with it, and it's basically our place to pimp out our followers. So let's have a look inside. Bear in mind, once again, this is going to be a level 2 building, so definitely room for growth here. It's not all that large, considering it's on a large plot, and there's not really that much inside. Once again, some more ammunitions, some more weapons, just casually floating there on the walls. Yeah, not bad, not bad. We got our quartermaster who deals with all of our transmog goods, so we've got all of those in there, which is nice and cool. And then trade goods. Now, I couldn't find her earlier, annoyingly. She seemed to disappear. But trade goods. Work orders. Get the words out, the proper words out. Apparently, everyone in the garrison likes to drink grape juice, so that's fantastic. People need to clean up after themselves, though. But yes, that is the Horde War Mill. Let's have a look at the Alliance Dwarven Bunker. And here we are, and the first thing I'm going to say is I think the Alliance have a bigger budget, because half of their buildings seem to tower towards the sky, which is personally what I'd like from my garrison buildings, but it seems to be the same deal. Loads of supplies scattered around the outside. Yep, more supplies, although bear in mind this is a Dwarven bunker. It seems to be a little metallic as well as stone. So let's get around and head on inside. Nice and proudly Dwarven, which seems to be... That's really cool. Nice forge going there. I'm not going to lie, I think I prefer this building as well. I think overall I'm quite a fan of the Alliance garrisons, which is a bit of a disappointment, but never mind. I'm guessing you're the work orders. No, you're not the work orders. So it seems as though what I was saying earlier about not being able to find the Horde work orders is kind of playing out for the Alliance. I guess they've taken a walk to relieve themselves, but Quartermaster, thank you, scraps of iron. Same dealio, obviously the Stormwind Tabard. However, we did not look at... I was going to say we didn't look at the Alliance. I guess the difference is going to be the Stormwind ones. Okay, so let's just double check. Everything seems to be exactly the same. Yeah, that's completely the same. Okay, so the Stormwind, let's reset that to get rid of the head. The Stormwind Transmog is the only one which is going to be different. And you know, it's Stormwind Guard armor, and then you also get a Stormwind shield. No weapon there, so you'll have to find that yourself, sadly. But that's pretty much all I can show you. And once again, a really tiny looking building, especially from the Alliance. So that is the War Mill and Dwarven Bunker. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll try to get back to you. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.